Day, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you are watching us. We're live here at the 306 Experience Lounge. It's the Little Birds Talk Show. I am Zikora, and today we're going to be interviewing community, the Nascent Community. As you can see, I've got wonderful people, so I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves, and then we're going to be asking them various questions about what they are all about. So, Sama, please, for the sake of the audience, can you introduce yourselves and tell us what you're about?
My name is Lillian. I'm a student of Nascent University.
Okay.
I'm in my final level.
Wow.
And I joined this community early this year. That was before the whole ASU strike period. That was on the month of February. February. So, Nascent Community, it's a non-profit organization that our main focus on youth. Exactly, because we are like the future, or like how we popularly say, we are like the leaders of tomorrow. So we are a non-profit organization that focuses more on the youth, where we give them empowerment and education and enlightenment. We started off with webinar programs where we hold special topics that are trending or that we feel are not being talked about enough or not being well understood enough. So we started our organization with webinars, and then we found out that we were actually reaching out to more people. Then let's do more. How can we expand? How can we improve? And then we started to hold projects and programs that were more centered, like I said earlier, that were centered towards the youth. So now we're going to be having our PVC education and why you need to get your PVC, what the election is all about, what the voting system is about, and then we hope this journey is going to be a very worthwhile one, and we're sure of that.
Wow, that is really amazing. So over to you. Can you two please tell us who you are, and then also tell us what is the vision for the Nascent Community? Yeah, what is the aim for the Nascent Community?
My name is Itura Andino. I am a 400 level law student.
Wow.
First and foremost, it is with pleasure and deep sense of humility to be part of this talk show, to talk about this amazing organization that has made veritable contribution and immense impact in the life of people like me and other people out there who this organization has touched immensely. Secondly, Nascent organization is actually a beautiful place where we raise better and prosperous people through educational programs. We organize programs that makes them to become a responsible and the right thinking member of the society.
Wow, yeah.
So another thing is we encourage youth to engage and then choose sustainable and substantial career paths, and also participate in social activities. Now, it's one thing to be, I was actually talking to someone and I was telling the person, it's one thing to be book smart, but it's another thing to participate actively in something that is happening in your community, in your society. It makes a lot of difference, individual and community difference. So first of all, we are here to serve, to eradicate completely faulty indoctrination and its associated hazard, misinformation, ignorance, all those negativity in the society where you don't have knowledge, which is the quality information that gives you a winning advantage in life. You aim yourself with enough knowledge to be able to, convert those negativities in your environment, just like voting. Before I joined this organization, I've never taken voting seriously. In fact, PVC is just recently that I got it because of the empowerment and the information this organization furnished me with. So you see, I see that my vote can make a change.
Yeah,
that my vote is actually statistically important. That one thing can actually add to create, a very outstanding change in the society. Before I think, what will my vote? Well, since other people are voting, and sometimes what we see in today's government is actually that of hyperinflation, lots of things, hazard crowded around it. Then I feel that my vote is as worthless as and doesn't make sense to the society at large. But then being around these amazing people and aiming myself with the right information on how to know that my vote is important and on how to educate the masses at large to participate in this electoral and political process, to collect their PVC and vote for this election and subsequent election to come is something amazing. It gives me this surreal feeling that I am an active participant in the society and I'm making immense impact to change the life of people out there. It's a wonderful experience, I must say. Thank you.
So over to you, sir. First of all, before I give you the floor to introduce yourself, I must say nice. Your hair is nice, by the way. So can you please introduce yourself and then tell us, the name Nascent Community, what brought about the name? How did it start? Obviously, it was birthed through the vision of someone, like I asked earlier. So how did this initiative, how did it start? What birthed the vision, Nascent?
Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank Little Bit Talk Show for the platform they've given us to reach out to Indiana and Oka residents. Nascent Community. We started as a group of 9 concerned young Nigerians. At the peak of the COVID, the world was, and people, crawled back to their homes, and somehow, in a way, the creative part of the creative part of everyone, surfaced, and there was the need somehow, realizing that there was this information gap, especially as it concerns career, as it concerns financial intelligence, generally youth development. So these 9 people, they came together and they started a small group. And the first webinar they had, they were targeting teenagers and young children in a way to help them know the career path they should choose at a very young age. So from there, after the first webinar in June 2021, they thought they felt the impact was immense, and it was very nice to take it a notch higher. So the idea of the community came up, and in July 2021, the Nascent Community was registered with the CAC.
Wow, that's
So the community is spreading. We have a membership strength of over 300 young people across Nigeria. So it's a movement, and we are targeting young people because if we can get the young people, then we can make a change. Thank you.
That is really amazing. I must say that I am so glad that we have concerned Nigerians who actually, want to move our country and make it a better place. So that leads to my next question, Lillian. So this particular vision, what are the plans for every vision there has to be a plan. So what are the plans towards seeing that this vision actually becomes a dream come true?
Thank you. Okay. Like we said earlier on, our first plan is to catch them young.
Yeah.
So we are targeted towards young people, youth. So our plans towards this is, first of all, we want to create an awareness about what we're all about. We'll create this awareness, and then we will reach out to people using social media platforms.
Social media is taking over the entire world.
Like our modern town prior.
Yeah.
So we're going to reach out to people using social media platform, your Twitter, your Facebook, even our WhatsApp and Instagram. So we use this platform to reach out to more people. And also when we believe in touching one person at a time, when we touch the person's life and then we feel, okay, you can now go ahead and spread the word and pass on that baton of kindness and this good thing we've gotten from this our organization.
Okay, so over to you, correct. So humans are the most difficult species to deal with, especially young adults and this Gen Z movement. Lots of people are like, I beg, this country is nothing to write home about. And then everyone is just like, they're all political apatheists, especially when it comes to voting in elections. Sapa has been giving us front and back and all. So what are the challenges that the Nascent community has been facing so far? Has it been all good? Has it been all bad? Has it been a bit of the good and the bad? So enlighten us more.
Well, just like you talked about complexities of human being, There's a truism in that sagely saying. But then we have been extending our tentacles towards all direction, and of course everything that has pros and cons, they go together. In as much as we have actually made this input, and then we are going as far as acclimatizing to the limelight, we still have our challenges, reaching out to the wider public. There are people who do not accept this message originally. You have to do a lot more of convincing, trying to tell them that the importance cannot be overemphasized. But just like you talked about change, when you change one person, other people, it's just like a cycle. It keeps going round and round and round. So we have encountered so many challenges of unwelcome behavior, but there are others who are willing to accept this message and work and bleed as much as possible to ensure its actualization. And also, people have been supporting, but one of the things, just like you talked about hyperinflation and all, we still need the wider public to know this and then support our movement and know that this is something that will contribute to greater good in the society. In the aspect of finances, we need more hands in the aspect of spreading this message to the wider public, which is exactly why we are here, to let people know that something like Nascent Initiative is something worth knowing, something worth identifying yourself with. So, a couple of challenges, but I must say that the good outweighs the bad. Yeah.
So over to you. So you said earlier that there have been webinars, correct me if I'm wrong, webinars that have been pushing for this message, what the Nascent community is all about. So are there more, because to get a particular plan, you have to be consistent in whatever you're doing. So are there more plans towards like sensitizing these youths, especially about voting? Like, I was hearing something about an event in December, so tell us what all that's like, tell us what's that about.
Okay, thank you. The Nascent project is a continuous process. In that we've started, there's no going back, and this is the first project we are holding as a community. And it's timely in the sense that the 2023 general elections are fast approaching. And we realized from the last Anambra election that the voter turnout was very, very discouraging.
Wow.
So we thought as a community that has a base here in Anambra, because most of our founding members are from Anambra. Most of them studied in schools in Anambra. So we thought we should give back to the community, and one way we felt we could make more impact, especially where the youths are, because they constitute the highest number of voter population. So we thought the PVC and voter education project is the best project we can hold at this time, and the sensitization is ongoing. Today we are holding what's it called now? Street and market campaigns.
Okay,
we are going to the streets, we are meeting ordinary people, market women, transporters, keke drivers, telling them INEC will soon release your PVCs. This is why you should get your voter's card. This is why you should vote. If you decide not to vote, you are not helping Nigeria, because when you decide not to vote, in fact, you are putting the wrong person in there. So the sensitization is ongoing, and again, this is for young people listening to us who want to be part of what we are doing, who feel like they have something they can contribute, because it's one thing to complain about the bad system. It's another thing to do your own bit. Let posterity record that you did your part. So we are doing our part, and we are saying people should get their PVCs. That's the only way, the only legit way, the only tool you have to change whatever is happening in Nigeria. So in December we are capping our project with a handout.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
wow, that's really fun. I mean, after the school exams and all, we really need to actually
we're leaving people from the shedding experience.
of life.
So the hangout will provide more information on that. But it's happening sometime in December
Okay.
when we are through with our exams, and we are open to new members joining us because
Okay, yeah.
we can't do this alone. We need more people to be part of the
More hands on
community.
deck.
Yeah. So over to the last question. He talked about PVC. This is for you, Lillian. He talked about PVC education and all of that. But then we already know the country, right, my sister? Like, I mean, things aren't easy anyway. Like, you try to get your PVC and then the lines are hectic. You know, you try to get your PVC and there are lots of shaking that you see there. So is there a way the Nascent community, you know, helps ease this? Like, is there an easier way to collect the PVC per se? Is there any plan on ground for that?
Okay, yes, we have planned a visit to INEC office.
Okay.
Our plan as a Nascent organization is to partner with them to help spread out, to help create an awareness that your PVC is ready. So I guess when you get a call that, okay, this baby, your card is ready for collection, it will spur people on more, it will encourage them, okay, these people are actually very serious with it. And then when they come, our plan as the organization is to help out in distributing or giving out the PVC. So, you know, when there are more people that are giving out these cards, it will help it will reduce the tension, the queue, and reduce the amount of people that are waiting in the sun for it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So we are there as an organization to help you, to help the INEC officials to give out the PVC cards, make phone calls that, okay, sir, ma, Mr., Miss, Mrs., your card is ready. Please come for collection. Do you understand me? So this is how we're going to play our own role or our part in ensuring that this PVC collection goes smoothly.
Thank you very much for that. Okay guys, that is a wrap on our interview today. You have heard it from the horse's mouth. I've got Lillian, Itura, and I'm so sorry, I can't remember your name, but you don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity. To my crew, those behind the camera, thank you very much. I remain Zikora. Thank you.